Hey, what's up everybody? It's Coach Matt over here, Primal Athlete Training Center, www.primalatc.com. Taking a break just for today from doing our In a Perfect World coaching video series that's been up here the past couple of weeks on the YouTube channel. And we're going to be talking about my favorite event, which is discus. Now, the question that I get the most this time of year, especially from beginner throwers, is that they're having trouble getting the discus to come off that first finger properly. A lot of athletes are letting it come out of the back of their hand, so it's coming off of their pinky finger, and they're not letting it come off that first finger properly. So for a right-handed thrower, we want to put a clockwise spin, and we want it to come off that first finger. We don't want it to roll out the back of the hand, putting backspin on the discus, counterclockwise spin on the discus, and have it roll off the pinky. We want it to roll off of that first finger. Whoop, right off the knuckle of that first finger. So the first thing that you need to do, you need to make sure that you're holding it correctly. We had a previous video that talked about, I think it's discus video number 1 or number 2, how to hold it properly. Basically, take your first finger, put it right in the middle of the clock, slide the finger up to 12 o'clock, put your first knuckle, see that? First knuckle right over the lip, the rim of that discus, so it's not the pad or the tip of the finger, it's all the way on that knuckle, and then simply take your other fingers and comfortably place them along the discus. Some of you are going to be tight, some of you are going to be wide, some of you will put the first and second finger together. It's really up to you, it's a comfort thing. So what you need to do, make sure that first knuckle is on there. So we've got half of the discus out of the hand and half of the discus in the hand. You can see it right there. Half the discus is out of the hand, half the discus is in the hand. Comfortably placed in the hand, and we're ready to go. So when you release it, make sure that it's coming off of that first knuckle, just like this. Right off that first knuckle. May or may not be able to see it. I haven't thrown discus competitively in about 12 years. And my knuckle is still destroyed. My knuckle is still calloused and nasty from throwing discus for as long as I did. But I haven't thrown in 12 years, haven't thrown competitively in a meet in 12 years. That hopefully will be coming to an end soon. We'll do some USATF meets maybe this summer. Okay. So here's how you release. Here are some things to work on. Now, number one thing that you need to work on is bowling. Rolling it back and forth to a partner. So when you're in your throwing area, when you're in your circle, the worst thing that you can do as a new athlete, the worst thing that you can do is take up time in the circle to get in there and have a crappy release. Don't waste your time. Do something a little bit more constructive with your time. Get out of the circle, get away from the throwing cage, grab another new thrower who's having the same problem, and bowl the discus back and forth. Simply back up, grab the discus, roll it backwards, and bowl it off that first finger. Bowl it off the first finger to your partner. Let it roll with that front spin all the way to your partner. Your partner will grab it and roll it back to you. Every maybe 10 rolls back and forth, take another step back. Another 10 rolls, take another step back. That way you're going further and further away, working on rolling it off that first finger to your partner. Roll it off that first finger to your partner. Get the idea of rolling off the finger. Once you have the idea and you think you've got it pretty well, then what I want you to do is get in line, waiting to throw, and flip the discus up to yourself off that first finger. Flip it up, catch it. Flip it up off the first finger, catch it. First finger, catch it. First finger, catch it. So while you're waiting in line to get in the circle, don't talk about what happened on Game of Thrones or, oh, did you see such and such a preview at the MTV Movie Awards, whatever the heck else it is that you guys talk about. Don't talk about that and just sit there holding the discus, not doing anything. While you're waiting to get in the circle and throw, flick that discus up in the air, let it roll off that first finger, and catch it. First finger, catch it. You can do this with other people right there with you. Not going to do anybody any harm. From there, what you need to do is start to play with the discus. So this is where it gets tricky, but we're going to just keep the hand on top of the discus, proper position, proper fingertips on the rim. We're just going to go back and forth, back and forth. Don't turn it upside down, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Working on keeping the hand on top of the discus the entire time. Centrifugal force will make that discus stick to your hand. Once you get that done, and you're able to keep your hand on top of the discus the entire time, then you're going to move the discus up and down. Keeping the hand on top of the discus, you're going to move the discus up and down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And this is how you get used to holding the discus in your hand, making sure that there is enough force on the discus to keep it stuck to your hand. Then, when it's finally time to get in the circle, take the discus, one big pull back into a power position, turn, and throw. Let that thing go, throw that discus, and make sure it comes off the first finger. So those are some drills and some things that you can do to make sure that you're releasing the discus properly. This is the number one question I get this time of year. Hopefully it helps out all those new throwers who are having some issues getting that thing to spin correctly off the first finger. Great questions. Keep them up. We are going to be announcing our 3-day overnight camp at Allegheny College this week. If you live in the Ohio, New York, Western PA, Lake Erie area, and you love the throws and you want to get better at the throws, this is the camp to do it. We just finalized our coaches this week. We finalized the dates, air-conditioned dorm this year, which is going to be really, really nice. And we've got 3 days with some top quality coaches to get you throwing more PRs in PA. Second year we're going to be here. Had a great turnout last year. It's limited spots available because of the amount of dorm space we have. So if you want to be one of the first to sign up at a discount, go to www.primalatc.com, sign up for the newsletter, and you'll be one of the first people to hear, and you can sign up and claim your spot for Allegheny this July. Talk to you soon.